Why do some people, even after receiving a higher education, still possess cognitive abilities equivalent to those of a small child? Why do prejudices and superstitions, such rudimentary forms of thought, continue to emerge around us? Henry Sayre, in his work Discovering the Humanities, points out that the trajectory of human civilization is marked by the effort to break free from cognitive prejudices. He cites Francis Bacon's 4 idols, which are responsible for the extreme prejudices, deep superstitions, and pure ignorance seen throughout human history. The first idol is the idol of the tribe. This idol arises from our biological nature, leading us to cognitive errors. Throughout evolution, humans have always sought to expend the least amount of energy possible, preferring inactivity over effort, which limits our deep thinking. This makes us easily fall into simplistic analogies, intuitive explanations, and illogical associations. For example, the Greek philosopher Thales observed that where there was water, there was life, so he concluded that water was the origin of everything. Similarly, some people think that drinking fish soup helps with breastfeeding because the soup is white, or that eating animal organs can cure human deficiencies. After natural disasters, seeing blood and death, they believed they could control the gods through sacrifices. These cognitive errors stem from simplistic and instinctive attributions, as humans have a natural tendency to avoid complex thinking, preferring easy explanations that consume less mental energy. The second idol is the idol of the cave. Inspired by Plato's allegory of the cave, this idol arises from the limitations imposed by our education and cultural environment. For example, a materialist always interprets the world through the lens of material determinism, while an idealist tries to explain everything from a spiritual perspective. Our acquired values form cognitive barriers, preventing us from seeing beyond our own cave. This idol highlights how our cultural and educational prejudices shape and restrict our worldviews. Someone raised in an agrarian civilization, for example, might struggle to understand the quest for freedom in commercial societies, and vice versa. Although the environment in which we are born is a random factor, it deeply shapes our perception and understanding of the world. The third idol is the idol of the marketplace. This idol refers to the use of language and words in communication, which often lack a common understanding. For example, the word politics might be seen by some as the art of manipulation and unscrupulous strategy, while in other cultures, politics is simply the study of public life. This creates 2 completely different concepts, leading people to use the same words but understand totally different things. Some concepts in human language are also contested, like the notion of matter in Kant's philosophy. If matter is unknowable and cannot be verified, why should matter exist? Or, for example, the meridians in traditional Chinese medicine. If we cannot find them anywhere, what is the value of their existence? Bacon's idol of the marketplace describes these confusions caused by imprecise concepts and words, leading to prejudices and misunderstandings, as what one person says and what another understands can be completely different. The fourth idol is the idol of the theater. This idol refers to the influence of authorities and doctrines on society, similar to watching a play where the ideas presented infiltrate our minds and shape our beliefs. For example, a child who watches a cartoon where humans are depicted as greedy and foolish, while animals are seen as kind and intelligent, might conclude that cutting down trees is wrong and that extreme environmentalism is always correct. This leads to distortions in their beliefs. Bacon argues that all accepted doctrines are like theater plays that deeply influence our minds. Blind faith in dominant doctrines and authorities causes people to lose the ability to think independently and discern the truth. Therefore, human prejudices and misunderstandings can be attributed to these 4 idols. The idol of the tribe is caused by our innate biological nature. The idol of the cave results from the environment and education we receive throughout life. The idol of the marketplace arises from the language and concepts we use. And the idol of the theater is due to the authoritative ideas and beliefs we accept without questioning. These ideas are highlighted in Henry Sayre's work, Discovering the Humanities. This book takes us through the most brilliant moments in human history, showing how different thoughts have shaped the human mind and creativity. I highly recommend reading this work to everyone. This was today's video. I hope you enjoyed learning some about philosophy, especially from an Asian perspective. If you found this video valuable, please like and comment as it helps a lot. See you next time.